to Meet the Museum. I'm Carol Ross, a docent with the Rabbi Ronald and Judy Shapiro Museum of Judaica at Congregation Shalom. In this episode, I will introduce a new area of the museum, the Ostak Foyer Saperstein Gallery, which is located outside the Kesselman Chapel. First, in this area, we remember the 6 million Jews who were murdered in the Holocaust. So let's direct our gaze to one corner of the space. There, we encounter an open box crafted by Brent Budsberg, the same artist who designed and built the display cabinets in the Pivar Foyer London Gallery. He designed this box with a bench attached to invite an intimate viewing experience as we contemplate the Holocaust. Everything about this box is not revealed until we approach and peer inside. Inside, we discover a stack of Jewish texts. The top one, a prayer book, is open to a Yizkor service in remembrance of the dead. The heading on the pages says, Hazarta Neshamot, you shall remember their souls. The books in this box may also remind us of the book burnings in Germany, beginning on May 10, 1933, when Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, directed the burning of 20,000 banned books, many by Jewish authors. Book burning, of course, was not an evil invented by the Nazis. The Spanish Inquisition certainly used book burning as a way to destroy Jewish culture. If you visit our Pivar Foyer London Gallery, you will find there a limited edition copy of the Sarajevo Haggadah, which should also remind us of book burning. The original of this Haggadah was purportedly saved when a priest, probably a Marano Jew who had converted to Catholicism, signed his name in the book, saying it contained appropriate material and should not be burned in the fires of the Spanish Inquisition. Returning to our book box in the Ostak Saperstein area, I can point out another connection to book burning. It reminds me of a memorial in Berlin to the destruction of Jewish books. That memorial is constructed underground in Berlin's Bebelplatz. Visitors to this square can peer through a glass window on the ground to an empty room below. It is a library with white shelves and space for 20,000 books, but the shelves remain bare. This memorial was designed by Israeli artist Micha Ullman, also to remember the books burned by the Nazis in 1933. Back to Shalom's book memorial, when we peer into our own book box, we see a design on the edges that resembles shards of glass. This is a reminder of November 9th through 10th, 1938 in Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass, when Jewish-owned shops, buildings, and synagogues all over Germany were destroyed and 30,000 Jewish men were rounded up and sent to concentration camps. So you can see that within our gallery, there's much to contemplate and remember about this dark time in our Jewish history. But our Ostak Saperstein Gallery is more than a memorial to the victims of the Holocaust. It also conveys hopeful messages with references to safe havens and with tributes to our ultimate survival after the Holocaust. Hanging directly above the book box are two such survivors, two beautiful Shabbat lamps. German Jewish families prominently displayed lamps in their doorways or entranceways and lit them with oil, saying blessings each Shabbat. From this, we can infer how comfortable Jews were living in Germany before the Nazi regime, sharing their Shabbat rituals with their neighbors. These precious lamps were saved by two families whose descendants are current members of our Shalom congregation. We are grateful to the Wertheim and Saperstein families for sharing their family lamps with our museum. You can read about their stories when you view the area in person. On the wall adjacent to the book box is a display case filled with secular and sacred objects saved from Jewish homes, businesses, and synagogues under Nazi threat. Each object found a safe haven, and each object has a fascinating story of survival. The display case itself is supported by a metal Star of David, testimony to Jewish strength. The other gallery walls display prints by post-war American artists such as Irving Amen and Ira Moskovitz, who used their craft to pay tribute to European Jewish communities. And the centerpiece of the gallery is the full wall mural painted by renowned Wisconsin artist Joseph Freebert, which we call Swords into Plowshares. It depicts symbols of peace from the Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4 quote, and offers hope after the horrors of the Holocaust. We will explore these other parts of this gallery, the display case objects, the prints, and the mural in subsequent Meet the Museum videos. Until then, thank you for watching.